Hello, it's so nice to see you again. If you're new, welcome. I'm Noreen Burke and this is my YouTube channel, The Crafty Organizer. Today I am super excited to bring you some fun tips that I've been keeping in my back pocket, as well as I'm introducing a new segment that are amazing tips from you, my viewers. So let's get started and I'll show you some of my favorite ones. Since my kids were little, something that I have done is I always kept one of these little carabiner clips on my keychain. You can find them at just about any store, but I found the cheapest price was at the Harbor Freight. You can pick them up for about $1 or less. But all you do is open up the little clip and I just press it on the handle of my purse and it sits right inside. No one knows my keys are there, but when I'm leaving and I need to find my keys quickly, there's no digging. They're right here. But something else I did, since I already had these on a clip, is I've always used that larger carabiner clip to attach my purse to a shopping cart. Sometimes we get distracted, and thankfully it's never happened to me, but I've heard too many stories of someone's purse being taken in that split second while they look away. This might not stop somebody completely, but it'll certainly be a deterrent, and it's super easy to take off when you're ready to pay and leave the store. This next money-saving tip is an item I've seen at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's not too pricey, but there is a very easy DIY that you can do that'll just cost you about $2 to $3. The next time you're at the Dollar Tree, pick up a pair of socks, some rice, and if you already have some essential oils, mix those together and just fill up the sock with the rice. You can microwave it for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, or you can even leave it in the refrigerator, and you'll have a wonderful warm, cold thing to rest around your neck or put on any body parts that are giving you a hard time. I use it when I'm in the garage to keep my little fingers around it when it's super cold in the mornings. Lately, when I come into the garage in the morning, it's about 45 degrees in here and my fingers get cold. I can't type with gloves on though, so I leave it in my lap and I just leave my fingers rested underneath it, and then when I type again, my fingers are more nimble to get through that keyboard. While we're on the topic of saving money, I know I'm getting excited about getting my garden ready. A wonderful tip when you're getting ready to plant in new pots, use a coffee filter at the base of the coffee pot to keep the dirt from running out. And if you're already using your coffee pot in the morning, save those grounds and incorporate it into your soil. It adds wonderful nutrients and composting benefits to your soil, and it's one last thing to throw away. This next one caused me to fall down a rabbit hole. I always like to research and make sure that what I'm giving you is good information. And something I saw made me get up, go to my bathroom, check it out, and come back. It wasn't true in my bathroom, but I found so many pictures of medicine cabinets that have a little slot like this. It's for razor blades. Please leave me a comment if you are living in an older home that has a medicine cabinet like this. It blew my mind because most of these medicine cabinets are built to be recessed in a wall. Those razor blades are just collecting inside of the walls. I don't know how to feel about this. It did lead me to some safe ways to collect and dispose of your razor blades. One of the first things you can do is just wrap it up. You can wrap it with a little bit of cardboard around it and use some sort of masking or duct tape. You can always buy the containers so that you can dispose of them safely, but why not go ahead and recycle a container that you're already going to throw away? Just put a little slot on it, or if it has a screw-off lid, you can just open it and put them inside. This would also work if you had small medicine bottles, or if you have a soda can lying around, just leave it discreetly hidden somewhere and you can drop them inside. Check with your local trash and recycling program to find out what their recommended way of disposing these are. Some are recyclable, some want it in a hazmat even though it hasn't touched any type of chemical or fluid, so just check to make sure that you're disposing of it safely. If you've watched my channel, you know I love spray painting things and refreshing them. I probably have 5 or 6 layers of colors on my things. I don't mind doing it. If it ever gets thick in one spot, I just sand it off. But something that I struggle with when I spray paint is, depending upon the type of day it is, debris and dust gets blown onto it. Here is a very inexpensive idea to create a spray paint booth. Someone just took one of these pop-up tents and then used duct tape and adhered the painter's tarps that you can get super inexpensively. I've even seen these at the Dollar Tree before. Make sure obviously you're wearing a good mask and that you don't stay in there too long, because that will be a concentrated amount of fumes. But to keep things from blowing on or blowing over, I think this is a wonderful idea. Now, here's another one that I've used. This is kind of a silly one, but I used to do it at work and people looked at me like I was crazy. And I realized not a lot of people know about this. If you eat the instant oatmeal in the mornings, I have this and I also have the other quick oats in the big containers. But these small packages are lined on the inside so that you can use it as the water measurer to pour into your oatmeal. Just a fun tip. Oftentimes I would just stick the whole bowl underneath the water dispenser, but if you want to measure it out, this is a great way to do it. Now I'm so excited to bring you the viewer tip segment. You are so amazing and you're so generous with sharing all of your tips and suggestions. And what I love about that is people who are reading through the comments, you can tell. They'll click yay and like and comment back. So the comment sections of my videos are all you and they're amazing. So I've started collecting some of my favorite ones that I wanted to share with you. This first viewer tip is from Mary Radcliffe, and she came up with an amazing cubby storage idea that she did super inexpensively. She started off with a mainstay shoe organizer that I think she got from Walmart. The cheapest price I found was right around $36. She assembled it, and instead of putting shoes in the cubbies, she got 30 of the Dollar Tree toolboxes. She lined them up, sorted out her supplies, put labels at the end so that she can easily get access. In this case, she was using them for paints and for some classes that she does. And now she has a super organized storage. This rolls, she can just move it to where she needs it to be. And she has these compartmented boxes to easily access anything she wants. Mary, bravo. This next great viewer tip is from Diana Cox, and she suggested carrying around a magnet. Keep this with you when you're going garage sailing, thrift store shopping, or going to antique swap meets. What this does is it allows you to check things like brass, silver, or if you're looking at any type of jewelry, to make sure it's real or not. If it's a precious metal like brass, silver, gold, platinum, the magnet will not stick to it. If it sticks to it, it's either plated or it's a fake. Since we're on the topic of secondhand items, if you've got that magnet with you, throw it in a toolbox or small container of some essential tools. I've shared this tip before from Kathleen O'Donoghue, but it's a wonderful idea. If you're like me and you find those curbside finds, you can measure it with the measuring tape, have gloves in case it's kind of dirty, have some extra lawn bags so that you can cover it until you get it home and clean it, but also have a hacksaw in there, because sometimes you'll want to cut something down to fit in your car, or Lowe's or Home Depot will be fickle that day and not cut down what you want. This will allow you to be prepared and cut things down before you put it in your car. Great idea, ladies. Robin Ravendal shared this great idea on my Crafty Organizer Facebook page. She had found a previous post about using a crib or toddler bed for a drying rack. What? I've seen drying racks like this sold for a lot of money. I love this idea because it's a super easy project to put together. Depending upon what you're drying, you could use cardboard, foam core, you could use pressed board, plywood, or even MDF slats. You just slide them in between the slats of the crib or toddler bed, stand it on its end, and you have a drying system. What I also love about this is it's so adjustable. So if you're doing tall ceramics or teeny tiny flat paintings, you have got a slot for every one of them. And most of the time, I honestly find these cribs and toddler beds on the side of the road because a lot of thrift stores won't take them. So why not reuse it for something that will help you in your craft room? Robin wasn't sure where this initial idea came from, so I went researching. I could not find the origin of it either, but I did find a video on YouTube. This was by Tilly Douglas, and she shows how she made hers, and I believe she also indicated that she doesn't know where the original idea came from, but her video was a great example of how this system can be used. Teresa Waters left us a great idea on a way to contend with those silly plastic bags that seem to multiply. If you're a Star Trek fan, you know the trouble with tribbles. Plastic bags do the same thing. You put them in the drawer, the next time you go in, they're full. So here's a great idea. Take one of your paper towel tubes and you can either meticulously fold them in so that they pull out easily, or you could just ball them up and shove them in there. But you can fit a lot in those tubes. Thank you so much for sharing this, Teresa. It's a great idea. In one of my previous tips and hacks videos, I had made a suggestion to make an easy DIY splatter guard. And so many of you came back saying, why would you cook bacon that way? I cook it in the oven. One of the first people that commented back with that was Patricia Stern. She said she just takes her bacon and throws it in the oven. And I love this idea. I used to do it and somehow completely forgot. So thank you so much for reminding me of this again. But there's something about bacon, I don't know why, that always makes me think of one of my most favorite video clips I've ever seen. It makes me smile and makes me laugh every time. Leave me a comment below if you had seen this before, but it's the bacon dog.
You know that bacon that's like maple? It's got maple flavor.
The maple kind, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
I honestly don't know why I find that so funny, but I do. If you've never seen it before, I have a link to the full video in the description below. It's a super cute video, but I just think it's hilarious. I hope wherever you're watching this from that you are safe and well. I know the weather is all over the place throughout the world. Here in Southern California, I think we're going to hit the mid-70s today and it's beautiful out. But I know a lot of you are still buried under snow, so just know my thoughts are with you and I hope that you are safe and warm. I am inching closer to that 100,000 mark. I can't even believe it. As of today's post, I think I am just under 79,000 viewers. 79,000 of you have been so kind as to click that subscribe button, and I cannot thank you enough. I am going to start counting down as it gets closer, but I want to start getting some ideas of what to do to celebrate when I hit that 100,000 mark. So leave me a comment below. What do you think we should do? Should I send something out? Do you want me to do a special thing online? Leave me your suggestions in the comments below. I'll put a post out with a poll as it gets closer, and I will choose the one that you all think is the best idea. I really do want to celebrate this with you though, because I couldn't have done this without you, and I'm so appreciative that you've joined me along on this journey. I also want to say a quick thanks to my patrons. Their support is what allows me to make these videos, and I also want to thank you for taking the time to watch it. I will see you guys in just a few days when I post my next video. Bye!